The space is safe. You love her. But the connection with her kids or her child, it's been hard. So let's get real about it. Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And what I do for men is I give you the best of the best when it comes to support in real life. And let's face it, not everything that you read in a book or see in a video is going to be there for you to understand. It's not also going to be there for you in certain situations. And what happens is when you get videos like these, there are instances, there are nuggets in here, there are gold nuggets in here where you get to stitch together these conversations with others that you've had, or maybe some other videos that you've seen of mine that have been helpful to you. So in this episode, when it's hard to love her kids, 3 honest ways to build a real relationship over time. It's going to take a bit of time. It is going to take a bit of time, but you can do it. And what I want to start off by saying is there has always been, and there is now and then, a little part of me that is reserved for my daughter that I've had from another relationship. And when it comes to my bonus daughter, there is this little reserve in there that feels like I'm doing a disservice to my own daughter by not giving my own daughter that attention or love. What is that for me? It's a lie. It isn't really the truth at all. Here's why. It comes upon a childhood experience where I, up against, at the time, it felt like a competitive lifestyle at times with my brother. But what it was when I was growing up was there were moments in my childhood where I felt like I didn't get the love that I needed. And in those moments, in those unresolved moments, sometimes they come out and they get projected into the relationship with my daughter and my bonus daughter. And being that my daughter and I have this bond, this beautiful bond together, it is imperative that I keep it up as her father. But not only that, it is most imperative that I show her through my bonus daughter how I can love her too, because I can love her just as much as I can love my daughter. And that is okay. That is entirely okay. And it doesn't mean that they've got to come up with moments of competition for each other. I mean, there is a little competitive spirit, but that's okay. It's when it becomes anger and resentment where it becomes a problem. But that's something that we can work out in another episode. But I'm going to talk about the 3 ways. So the first thing that I want you to get after, I want you to see, and I'm going to talk about it, is letting go of the pressure to love immediately. Yeah, let go of it. Let go of the pressure to love immediately. Love grows with trust. Your love with them will grow in trust. And as a man, you're going to earn it. Some of it is given. A small percentage of that is given. But it's going to be earned. It's going to be earned by the consistency. It's going to be earned by the showing up. It's going to be earned by your actions. Not just your words, but your actions. So what does all that mean, Jesse? So when I talk about my bonus daughter and I talk about my other daughter, it's doing activities with them that they get to do together. So when my wife and I go out, what I do is I honor them both together. They get similar snacks. They get similar opportunities. They get the same. They have the same opportunities. They have the same snacks. And in moments when they don't, there is something else that will be in that where we can say, you know what, you might not have gotten as much, or it might be a little bit different in this situation. Let's say, for instance, Legos. Or they get Legos as a gift. It's not being deprived. But what I did tell them is this interesting story about the horses And the horses I'm going to have to get to in another episode, because that is something entirely of optimism and something that I can talk to you about that pertains to why this is so important. But the moral of the story is there were two twins. Excuse me, there was a set of twins, and one of the twins got a horse and the other one got a big pile of poop. But with the one with the big pile of poop had the most optimism and said, "Wow, that's a big pile of poop. There must be a horse. There must be a big horse waiting for me." Versus the other one, which had the horse but didn't really care for the horse and didn't really think that the horse was the one they wanted. And I always say to them quite often is, remember the poop pile. Remember the poop pile. It will all shake out for you. It will all shake out for you. So back to letting go of the pressure to love immediately. I want you to love, but with the pressure of it doesn't all have to come at once. Go into it. You can take it from my experience going into it like, I'm going to go into this doing the things that I love to do and showing them what I love to do. And doing it for both my bonus daughter and my daughter together, where they can both see what I do together. And then just letting go of the, I need to do this right now, or else it's peril. It's not that. It's not that. That type of thinking, that type of stinking thinking is lack, and will get you this energy that turns them off. Number 2, I want you to think about investing in shared moments, not forced bonding. So that's a perfect segue from the last statement, is when we force and don't give the choice. Well, think about it for yourself. When I'm given a choice of things, it's easier. There are times when there are situations where it is imperative to make a choice. That's something we get to do as men. That's not what I'm saying though, is when we're forced to do something and the fun is removed from it, and it is, you got to make up your mind to do this or else. It is, yes, there are consequences, and yes, our kids need to struggle and see that sometimes that the consequences of not making a decision. But it's important as a parent not to be brutal about it, especially as a dad. You don't have to be brutal about it every time. That's not what this is about. Fun is the bridge when words fall short. So when you think about the shared moments that you get to share with them, go and come about it honestly. Take them down to the river. Take them to the lake. Take them to the mountains. Show them experience. Show them those shared moments together, especially when they're a little bit ticked off. They're in moods. They're teenagers. They're experiencing new things. Not everything is your fault, my man. I learned that. Not everything is my fault, but I get to help them through life and support them. And activities are engaging, and they can be fun, and they can help you transition their emotions. They can help you let them go. They're a motive of doing that. So think about it. The third thing, most important, is stay consistent even when they push back. When they push back, it isn't a sign to back off. I mean, in certain circumstances it is. But you're the dad that applies the pressure. And just because they do not want to do something that is good for them, that is conducive to their own growth, don't let up. Don't let up from it. Because what you model matters more than how they react. So, if they decide they don't want to go for a swim, but it's good for them, and you don't want to get them, you don't want to make them fearful of water. Encourage them, but give them a choice. Hey, I'm going in. I want you to see what I'm doing. It's okay. It's safe, and I will be here for you. I'll be here for you. And then there are situations where you have conversations with them where there are things that you need to know. There are things that you want to know about their life and who they hang out with. And when they push back, that's okay, that's normal. But it is also your business as parent to know who that they're hanging out with, what they're listening to on the radio, if they still listen to the radio, or music they're still listening to. It's okay. Expect the pushback. That is your job as parent, to be there, to support that, to be able to go, you know what? You're not going to like this. This is what I get to do as a parent, but you will see the benefit of this later. That is okay. That is absolutely okay. There are also moments when you, for instance, know they got to cross a bridge, or they got to do some homework, or you know what, in my bonus daughter's case, she spent her very first time away from home last year, and we're so proud of her, absolutely so proud of her. But we pushed her to do that, and the reason why we pushed her to do that and open up her feelings was because we knew that it would be so beneficial for her, and for her to not want to do that, it was okay. But it would be far worse for her not to push her to go than it would be to say, you know what, you don't have to go. Because the ability for her to be able to see that she can do this on her own, with some guidance, to knowing that we were there to spend some time without her dad and her mom, even if it's 24 hours, that's okay with other kids. There's some guidance there. We had some supports in place. My daughter didn't want to go to gymnastics. Didn't want to do Irish dancing. But now my daughter is awesome at Irish dancing. And both my ex-wife and I pushed her a little bit. I actually pushed her a little bit more. And it was because that I knew that she would really enjoy this, coupled with the violin lessons she's already taking, and knowing that her tata, her auntie, and her tonton, her uncle, play instruments in a band. Her auntie plays the violin, and that this would be something that would be really good for her. It would give her a great base. So it's okay to apply the little push. It is okay. And I will stand behind that like you, and I will stand in the fire with that like you when it comes down to giving them a little push to do those things. Because here's the thing, they might not present it as, hey, I really want you to give me a push, but they do, and they need it. It is part of structure. It is a part of their own resilience. It is a part of them figuring out who they are in life. But this is back to loving her kids, loving her daughter, loving her son. Love your bonus daughter, bonus son, bonus daughters, bonus sons, the same way you would love your own daughter. But at the same time, acknowledge how you feel in your heart about whatever piece in there you're reserving for your own child, and how that might feel like a bit of a betrayal that you are giving that attention away to another child. Honor that. I sure as heck did, and it felt really good to get that out loud, because that was the piece that was actually preventing me from really going in and loving my bonus daughter deeper. And now that I can do that, it feels so much better. I mean, there's no intrusion there. My daughter actually, what she'll do, because she's younger, she comes in and she piles right on with my bonus daughter, and I do the tickles with them. It's all shared. She wants to be a part of it too, and that is okay. I give them both the same attention when it comes to those things. Love them both equally. All right. So when it's hard to love her kids, love them harder. And these are the 3 ways to build that real relationship over time, because it won't happen all at once. And that is because you got to earn it. All right. So now you're not alone with this. Comment, slow in the comments. And slow is strong. Comment, slow is strong. And maybe you needed to hear this today. And if you did, I would love to hear from you. And maybe that just takes you going to thevaliantlifestyle.com and booking that 30-minute complimentary call with me where we get to talk about what next steps you want to take in your life and some bigger decisions. And if you really liked what this was about, I would love to hear from you as well. Feel free to comment. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again. Let's do this.